Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a couple of DIYs as usual. And one is going to be making over the big art that is on this wall, this far wall back here. And if you've seen the video before where I put the little saucers in, I'm going to be remaking one of the, well, both of them eventually, but I may just like it with one being different than the other. So opposites, so to speak, rather in shape, not in size. But let's get right into the video. Well, hello and welcome back. Today, if you love a good DIY that looks high end, well, on today, I'm giving my frame wall art a stunning French country upgrade. It's dainty blue pattern plates. If you have any existing art, this is an excellent video for you, and this will show you again how you can transform that existing art into something that is custom for your interior design or decor needs. Let's get started. Let's take a closer look at the frame in its current form. First of all, I love how thick and substantial it is. It has that clean line, modern touch, nothing too ornate or fussy, but at the same time, the antique gold finish gives it that beautiful aged French feel, which can be used in any decor style. Let's look at the backdrop. It adds just the right amount of softness, which is so important in a space. If your decor is too bold or too stark, it can sometimes feel somewhat overwhelming. But this soft, warm neutral keeps the entire design feeling inviting and very well balanced. Then we have this extra hint of gold along the inner matting. It's subtle, but it adds that touch of refinement before transitioning back into the creamy tone again. It's these little layers of detail that make a piece feel just right and intentional, which is definitely what we are looking for when we are designing our spaces. Now that we've admired the existing design, it's time to update the piece. I'm going to remove the backing to reveal the art inside. Now, as I've done with previous pieces and with you yourself, you can also do this too. I use Gorilla Tape along the back to reimagine and update my pieces. It's very easy to remove, as you can see here. I'll take strips of the tape, I will tear it in half in long strips and mount it down in the back along each edge all the way around the backing. It's carefully done. You press it in place and there you have it, and just as easy as you can see here to pull apart, and that will reveal your actual artwork that is inside. Along this portion, is what I'm showing you is I am removing the existing art, which was the saucers that I previously placed inside of the framed art, well, to be the framed art. I used Gorilla Tape once again instead of glue to adhere it to the actual matting, the backboard that you see in the art when you are facing in front of it, the actual cream color. This tape again has exceptional hold and will hold whatever object it is as long as it doesn't have extreme weight to it. So a saucer, a small plate is excellent for a project such as this, and especially if you are using a shadow box frame. This is an excellent way to customize art for your particular space, which is something that we often do with interior design and decorating and styling. Let's take a look at these beautiful new saucers. They have this light cream background which complements the matting perfectly, and the floral design is just chef's kiss. It's delicate, it's airy, it whispers across the plate in the most effortless way, and I love that it's not too bold, not too busy, just the right amount of balance of softness and detail, which is definitely something you would like in a space that if it's going to carry something that has the elegant description and sophisticated. And if you look closely, there's a slight fade from dark to lighter, which adds depth without overpowering the overall aesthetic. This is exactly the look I was going for, something refined, timeless, and elegant. The cream backdrop of the overall piece that is existing enhances the elegance of the piece, with the warm neutral tones of the matting creating a seamless and cohesive look. Upon closer inspection of this small, dainty saucer, the delicate textural detail along the edge of the plate adds a subtle yet captivating touch of interest as well. You can see it just here as the light catches it. Now we move on to actually placing the objects on the matting. So when you look closely with each one of the patterns, or the pattern on the plates, the pattern is pretty much the same. It goes the same way. But what I'm going to do, just to add a little bit more variety to it, is turn two of them the opposite way, which will be like this. The other will be like this. So when you look at it, you see the floral down here, which is swaying, and the vining is going that way. I'm going to switch it to the top one where the floral is dropping down this way and the vining is going off to the edge. Just to add a little bit more variety to the artwork so that it doesn't look same, consistent, repetitive throughout the entire thing. Once it's laid out, which is easy because I already had the existing pieces, which is excellent, and these are a little larger and they actually cover the entire piece. Now this is the thing about when you do projects such as this. This is one reason why I do not typically polish my nails or have on polish, because when you have on polish and things like that, you run the risk of the color swiping across papers, fabrics, and causing a stain, which is what I did here. The thing that I do use, just as before, is tape. I really like this tape. I told you the hold is like nobody's business. This is Gorilla Tape. It is so strong. As you can see when I was pulling off the tape from the existing saucers, how hard it was to even pull them. And look at the grip, just pulling it away from the actual roll. I love this stuff. It's easy to tear. Give yourself a good little rip. That small will do. And you'll take your tape, because we're going for sticky on both sides, so I'm going to make it a double-sided effect. So I'm going to roll the tape, and roll the tape really well. This stuff is really, really sticky. It's hard to use gloves, and you have to be careful. You almost feel like you're going to rip off your fingerprint. But we know you're not going to do that. So then you're going to take your plate. Again, I'm going to make sure which way my pattern is running. It's running this way, so I'll flip the plate over. I want it to go up and down. This time I'm going to put the tape up and down, and I'm going to put 2 this time. Now once you do put this tape down on, you are applying the tape. You want to make sure that it's in over the place that you want it to be, because if you try to pull that tape up with that plate attached, you may get a rip in your matting or your backing, such as this. It may pull up some of it. So you want to be very cautious about that in making sure, like they say, measure twice, cut once. In this instance, measure, look twice, put it down once. Next, I'm going to make sure on my lining, how it's lining up, and make sure all edges are turned straight. And then I will put it on here and press it down and give it a good pressing. Like that. It's not coming up. Good pressing. So I'll do the same thing with this next plate and line it up. And the flower is going that way, so I'm going to make sure I turn it this way when I lay it down. So I'll turn it this way, line it up. It's so sticky. It literally, look at that. So I flip it back over, make sure it's turned correctly to the way I want the floral to flow. And line it up once again, making sure that end is lining up with that end. The spacing is equal distance. Should be perfect. Oof. And there we go. And I hope you stay for the entire video. And on Friday, if we come back, we will be styling the island as well and doing a floral and some more things in the kitchen area. Next, what I'll do is make sure before I actually seal it completely up, and I'll strip it in half to save on the tape, is go ahead and do the top and the bottom, just so that I can flip it and look at it. Take a look at it. Here's the final look of the piece. How good is this? It's elegant, it's unique, and it's completely customized to fit your needs, your design style, your colors in your space. So what do you think? Would you try this in your home? Let me know in the chat. And follow for more high-end DIYs that are made easy, and of course, they are budget friendly.